Good morning, class. Hello to everybody. Learners, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well as I am. Today we are back again to continue with our mathematics lesson. What have you learned last time? On our last meeting, we have learned how to add unlike fractions. And we said that if the denominators are not the same, then we say the fractions are unlike fractions. Then you have to use equivalent fractions which have common denominators. To do this, you need to find the least common multiple. We have learned how to look for the least common multiple, our LCM, of two denominators. Then later on, we said we have to rename the fraction with a common denominator. Then we add and we have simplified the fractions that are needed to be simplified. These are the steps we followed last time to solve a lot of questions, and I gave you some assignment to do. So today we are going to continue with the same fraction topic, but what you look at will be about subtraction of unlike fractions. It is not anything different. We are going to use the same procedures that we used last time, but this time around we shall use the operation sign, which will be for subtraction. Now let's quickly look at the steps involved when we want to subtract unlike fractions. Subtraction of unlike fractions. To subtract fractions with unlike denominators, which means denominators are not the same. 1. Rename the fractions with a common denominator. It's when we are renaming that we will make good use of our equivalent fraction. So whenever they say rename a fraction, it means you give another name to the fraction, but the fraction does not change its what? Value. That means whatever you multiply at the top, you do the same at the bottom. At the end of the day, we call it equivalent fraction. So whenever they say rename the fraction, they want you to find the equivalent fraction. So let's look at the next one. Then we can subtract and do our simplification if needed. These are the steps you'll be following today. I hope you are ready for today's lesson. Take your pen, your pencil, and your paper, and let's start. Let's look at activity number 1. Activity number 1 said subtract 3 out of 10 from 4 out of 5. 3 out of 10 from 4 out of 5. We are not going to waste time. We will continue. We will use our method, the step that we wrote right now. We said that the formula, the question is saying we should subtract 3 out of 10 from 4 out of 5, meaning you are supposed to start from 4 out of 5 minus 3 out of 10. Are you there? Very good. So what will be the next thing? Are the fractions having the same denominators? No. So what do? We are going to find our LCM, the LCM of the denominators. So the LCM here, how do we find our least common multiple? Last time we said that we pick them 1, and then later on we choose the one that are the same, that are common. So let's find the multiples of 4, the first fraction, the denominator, the multiple of 4. of 5. Sorry, the fraction is 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Have you seen it? And then our denominator is what? 5. We need to find the multiples of 5. So to find the multiple of 5, we said that is the same as your timetable, multiplication timetable that I have been saying. We are saying that is the same as what? The multiplication what? Table. So what do we do? 5, 1, 5. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4, 20. We continue with the multiplication. Okay? But since we don't need everything over here, we just end it and continue with the next one. So we shall do the same thing for the next fraction. So our denominator here is 10. Are you okay? So now what do? We are going to look for the multiples of 10. Multiples of 10. It means we are going to do our 10 multiplication table of 10. We start from 10, 1. 10 times 1 will give us 10. 10 times 2, 20. 10 times 3, 30. So we can end it there because we have found some numbers that are at the top here, and the same number can be found at the bottom here. Have you seen it? Very good. So we can see that 10 is here and 10 is here, and they are the first ones that we met. Then we call them LCM. So our LCM here will be 10. Our LCM will be 10. Are you okay? So we are going to continue our solution using what? 10 as our LCM. Using 10 as our LCM. So let's continue. Since now our the denominator should be 10, what do I do to this 5 to get 10? Yeah, somebody is saying we can multiply it by 2. That's correct, because if you multiply 5 by 2, you are going to get what? 10, because we want to get 10 here. So 5 times 2. Do you remember that when you multiply something at the bottom, you multiply your denominator by 2, you must also do the same at the top, so that you will get the equivalent fraction. Very good. So we are also going to multiply the top, which is 4, by also 2. Then you continue to the other side. So what do you do for 10 to remain 10? Since 10 is already there, so we do that when we multiply by 1, we will still get 10. So we multiply the top also by 1. You can even leave it without multiplying, because any number multiplied by 1 give you the same. So let's move forward. 4 times 2 will give us 8. What about 5 times 2? 5 times 2, 10. Very good. 10. Now the other side, 3 times 1, 3. 10 times 1, 10. Is it not so? So we can continue from there. From there we can see that they are now having the same denominators, true or false. So for that matter, we just subtract the top. We have renamed our fraction already. This is why we said we should rename it. So we have renamed it with the same denominators. That is our first step that they say we should go by. So now the next one will be subtraction. So we should subtract, because now they are having the same denominator. We just keep the denominator and then subtract the top. 8 minus 3. What will give me? 5 out of 10. Learners, are you going to leave it like this? No, because 5 can be simplified. 10 can be simplified by the same number that we used to simplify the top. And the whole number can go into 5 at the same time go into 10. You ask yourself, Then if your answer is 5, if you cancel this one by 5, you get 1. Cancel this one by 5, you also get what? 2. So finally your answer will be 1/2. Very good. Your answer will be half. Your answer will be what? Half. So we'll get what? 1/2. So you not leave your work like that. You must conclude that therefore our 4 out of 5 minus 3 out of 10 is what? Half. Then you finish. Okay. Thank God. That is the end of the lesson. Not the full lesson for this particular activity. You've done very well. So now let's continue with the next activity. But before that, this is what we just explained. We just did together. Anytime they say you subtract online fraction, follow the same steps and you will get it. Now let's look at activity 2. Activity 2 is so simple. Okay, so they say we should subtract 4 out of 9 from 5. So we are subtracting a fraction from a whole number. This one too, it's not anything difficult. I know you can do it. So we start from 5 minus 4 out of 9. So we already know that every whole number has a denominator as what? 1. This one is the same as 5 out of 1 minus 4 out of 9. Okay, so are they having the same denominators? No. So what do? You must find the LCM, the least common multiple. So let's quickly look at the multiples of 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 2, 2. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 5, 5. 1 times 6, 6. 1 times 7, 7. 1 times 9, 8, 8. 1 times 9, 9. Continue from there. It will continue. Okay. Now when we go to 9, the multiples of 9, which is the multiplication table of 9. 9 times 1, 9. 9 times 2, 18. 9 times 2, 18. So you have our 18. You can continue from there. But because you have found some numbers that are common, that are the same, and they are the first number that are the same, you call it the least common multiple. So our least common multiple here will be 9. Okay, so our least common multiple here will be what? 9. For that matter, you don't need to waste your time. So now, as we are saying, 9, 5 minus 4 out of 9 can be 5 out of 1 minus 4 out of 9. Okay, so now we are having 9 as our LCM, as we all found right now. So you ask yourself, what do I do to my 1 for the first fraction to become 9, because you want them to be the same? So it will be like I should multiply 1 by 9. Is it also very good? So 1 times 9, and then we have learned that if you've done anything like this, you should do the same thing at the top. So I'm going to multiply the top also by 9. Then here, what do I do to 9 to get my 9? So you know that 9 is what we are looking for. So multiply by 1. And then I do the same thing at the top. 4 times 9. that one to, sorry, is 1 we are using for this time, so it will be 1 at the top. Then from there, what do we get? If I should continue with our multiplication over here, the multiplication over here, I will get 45 out of 9 minus 4 out of 9 minus 4 out of 9. Okay, so now we are now having the same denominators, is it not so? We have renamed our fraction. This is the renaming of a fraction, or finding the equivalent of this first fraction that we are already having here, this fraction. So these are the equivalent fraction of these particular fractions. They are the same, okay? They are equal. So now that we have the same denominators, we can continue with our subtraction. So we'll do 45 minus 4. Because they are the same denominator, we just keep the denominator and continue our calculation. So from there, we will get what will be 41 out of 9. This one is what we call improper fraction. You can't leave it like that. Anytime you finish your calculation and you are getting improper fraction, please, you have to simplify it or convert it back to what? Mixed fraction. We always say that. Then it means that we are going to divide 41 by what? 9. So, per your knowledge, how many times do you think 9 will go into 41? Yeah, somebody is saying 4 times. Is that so? So if I should write 4 here, 4 times 9 will give me what? 4 times 9 will give me what? I'm waiting. 36. That's correct. So if I do 4 times 9, I'm getting 36. Then I will take the 36 out of 41, sorry. So what do we get here? Are we getting 5? Very good. If you do, we borrow 1, as we have been saying, from 4. Then we are having 11 over here. Is it not so? So 11 minus 4, 6 will give you 5. Very good. And then remember that you have borrowed. It became what? 3. So 3 minus 3 will give you 0. So we are having a whole number. From our calculation, we are having 4 as a whole number. And then we shall continue with the division by doing 5 divided by 9. So that will be our answer. Our answer will be 4, which is the whole number, and then 5 over 9. So we are having as our final answer 4 whole number 5 out of 9. Okay, so don't forget to conclude your work. We are doing 5 minus 4 over 9. It's giving us 4 whole number 5 out of 9. Well done, well done, well done, well done. I hope you are following. That's good. So what do we do next? We shall continue with our activity number 3, so that we have other so many ways of solving and different kind of questions. So let's see. This is what we did right now, and we finally got 4 whole number 5 over 9. Very good. So let's look at activity number 3, which is not any difficult thing. Class, can you see that here we are having 2 mixed fractions? So meaning that we are going to convert the mixed fraction to improper fractions before we continue with our calculation, our subtraction. So let's go. 5 whole number 6 over 7 minus 3 whole number 1 over 4. So first of all, we are going to convert our fractions into improper fractions. What do? We say we should multiply the whole number by the denominator, which is 7, and then add it to the numerator, which is 6. The denominator will be kept. Now we'll do the same thing over here. 3 times 4, the 4 is the denominator, over what? We will add it to the numerator, which is 1 here, then over 4. Now we can now get what we are having in the bracket. This one will give me 35. 5 times 7, 35, plus what? 6 over 7 minus 3 times 4 will give you what? 12. Very good. Plus what? 1 all over 4. Correct. So now from there you should be able to get the addition that we have done at the top. So 35 plus 6 will give you 41 out of 7 minus 12 plus 1, 13 over 4. Very good. You did very well. So from there, we shall base on this one and continue. So ask yourself, 41 out of 7 minus 13 out of 4. Are they having the same denominators? No, they are different. So they are what we call unlike fractions. One is having as denominator 7, the other one is 4. So now we are going to rename this fraction, meaning we are going to find the equivalent fractions that will have the same denominators. So for that matter, we are going to look for our LCM, okay, before we can know what to do to get the same denominators. So we are taking the first fraction here, 41 out of 7. The denominator is 7. So let's look for the factors and the multiples of 7. 7 times 1, 7. 7 times 2, 14. 7 times 3, 21. 7 times 4, 24. Are you sure? It is 28. Okay. Then you continue from there. 7 times 5 will give you what? No, we have done 7 times 1, 7 times 2, 7 times 3, 7 times 4. Okay. 7 times 5 will be 35. We can end it there for now. Now, let's go to 4. 4 times table. So we are looking for multiples of 4. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, very good, 12. 4 times 4, did you say 16? 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 6, 24. Since you have gotten something that are similar, you just end it there. So class, look at what we have done right now. We can see that here we have not gotten here, so we have to continue. We have to continue. So look at here. If I should multiply by the next number, 4 times 7, what do I get? 28. Very good. I'll get 28. So you can end our list of the multiple numbers here. So what do? You check the ones that are common. So I can see that we have 8 here, and we have what? 28 here. 28 at the top, 28 at the bottom. Are they not the same? Yes. And they are the first numbers among the list to be the same. So that's the reason why our LCM will be 28. Very good. Our LCM will be 28. So from there, we know our LCM to be 28. we shall come back and continue that. What do I do to my 7 over here so that now I will get 28? Somebody say we should multiply by 4. That will be correct. Then since you multiply by 4, you must do the same thing at the top. Very good. So this one minus the next one is over 4. What do I do to get my 28? You know that our LCM is 28, isn't it so? So now I have to multiply by what? 7. So what do I do at the top? I will multiply 13 by 7. Whatever you do at the bottom, you must do it at the top also. So from there we continue. Let's quickly do this simple calculation. 41 times 4. What do you do? 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 4, 16. Meaning the multiplication for the first numerator, the multiplication at the top for this one will be 164. Okay, so we already know that 6 times 4 will give me 20. 7 times 4 will give me 28. Very good. So we continue from there. The other side, we do the same thing. 13 times 7. 7 times 2, 3. Is it 21? So you remember what? 2. 7 times 1. 7 plus 2. Are we getting 91? Very good. So you write 91. Okay. You get 91 for our numerators. So 91 over 28. Now class, are they having the same numerators? Yeah, is the same denominators? Yes, these are the denominators, 28. So that is what we call LCM. Now we know that their LCM is 28. So what do we do? Since they are the same now, we keep the LCM and do the subtraction at the top. Minus 91. So we can see do our calculation fast and see what you can get. We are having 164 minus 91. So if I should do 4 minus 1, I will get 3. 6 minus 9. Someone says impossible. So let's take the whole 16. 16 minus 9 will give me what? Is it 7? Very good. So you get your 7 there. Are you okay? So we have what? 73 out of 28. To be 73 out of 28. So you have 73 out of 28. So when you finish, because the numerator is bigger than the denominator, you must still go ahead and simplify. So you go and do your subtraction. You do your division. 73 divided by 28. How many times do you think 28 will go into 73? Yes. Okay, so let's see. 2 times 28. If you do the calculation, 2 times 8 will give me 16. Then the space will not help us. 16. Okay, so we are having 6 remainder 1. Now I was saying that 2 times 2 will give me 4. 4 times 4 plus 1 is 5. 56. When we subtract 13, the 3 over there becomes 13 minus 7 will give me what? minus 6 will give me what? 7. Very good. Then I have another remainder. Don't forget that maybe you have borrowed, as you have been saying. So this one was 6. So you have what? 17. So now the whole number we got here will be 2. And we are going to continue the division with what? 17 over 28. So meaning our final answer will be 2 whole number 17 over 28. I hope you are getting it. Okay. So this will give us as final answer, we'll get 2 whole number 17 over 28. Very good. So when we finish, don't forget to conclude. Don't forget to conclude. So at the end of the day, you will go and conclude by saying that you will conclude by saying that 5 whole number 6 out of 7 minus 3 whole number 1 out of 4 is giving us 2 whole number 17 out of 28. This is what we got. Congrats, class. You are doing very well to follow up to this level. You see that what we did last time in addition is the same thing over here, just that the operation has changed. Today we are learning subtraction. Thank you very much. So as what we have done are the following things I did over here for you. You check your notes, everything will be there, okay? Everything will be there. So that will be your final answer, as we got 2 whole number 17 out of 28. Very good. Let's look at the assignments for the day. Subtract 4 whole number 5 out of 8 minus 3 whole number 3 over 16. Subtract 3 over 5 from 7. You should be wise with this question. It means we are taking the 3 out of 5 from the 7. Now subtract 2 whole number 5 over 9 minus 5 over 12. And the last question, 2 whole number 15 from 3 over 10. They are all subtraction. Good luck. Thank you for watching from the beginning to the end.